Good morning, students. Today we are going to study about nutrition in amoeba. In amoeba also holozoic type of nutrition is there, which is also completed in 5 steps. Holozoic, we know that engulfing of solid particles. So these 5 steps are ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. So just see how the intake of food particles in amoeba takes place. We know that amoeba is also not having any mouth, but it can take the food by rupturing of the outer membrane. So when amoeba comes in contact with food particles, it sends out pseudopodia. Pseudo means false, podia means food. So that is the stretching of outer membrane which engulf the prey by forming a food cup. This is known as ingestion. This is also known as endocytosis. Endocytosis means anything which enter inside, and this process is known as endocytosis or engulfing of anything, any particle. Now just see this diagram of endocytosis. The food particle is here and amoeba can sense the food particles. Thereafter, it starts stretching its outer membrane, that is pseudopodia, in order to surround that food particle. Then the cup formation takes place when the tip of both attaches to each other. As a result, the outer membrane ruptures and it is taken within the food vacuole. And we know that in amoeba, the food vacuole is contractile vacuole because it takes part in digestion also, it takes part in excretion also. I hope it's clear to you. Now, second step, that is digestion. When the tip of encircling pseudopodia touch each other, the food is captured into large bag called food vacuole. Because food vacuole here consists of many digestive enzymes. Enzymes, we know these are the biocatalysts. They can increase the rate of reaction. That means here they increases the rate of digestion. In this way, digestion is completed here. Absorption. When food is completely digested, it is slowly absorbed within the cytoplasm. This process is known as absorption. Then assimilation. When food is completely absorbed within the cytoplasm from vacuole, then slowly it is utilized in order to release energy for various metabolic activities of the cell. Then egestion. After assimilation, base product is formed. And that base product is thrown out from the body of amoeba from any point of the membrane, means anywhere membrane rupture or breaks to throw out the waste particle from the body because they cannot hold it for a longer time. So this topic is completed here. Now we are going to start the process of photosynthesis. Photo means light, synthesis means the preparation. So when food is prepared in the presence of sunlight from the raw material, that is carbon dioxide and water, this process is known as photosynthesis. Now see the reaction, which is very important. It can be asked in the board examination. 6 molecules of carbon dioxide when combined with 12 molecules of water in the presence of sunlight, and I have written chlorophyll also because chlorophyll molecule or the pigment have the capacity to absorb sunlight. So if chlorophyll is not there, sunlight cannot be absorbed and photosynthesis process is not possible. It will be clear when you will perform different practicals on the basis of it to show that light is necessary for photosynthesis. So what is formed? Carbohydrate C6H12O6 plus byproduct of 6 water molecule as well as 6 oxygen molecule is also liberated out. Now the events of photosynthesis. Events means the steps which are required to complete the photosynthesis process. So first is absorption of light by chlorophyll molecule, because photosynthesis process can only start with the absorption of sunlight. Second is conversion of light energy into chemical energy and splitting of water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen. And children, by the splitting of water molecule into hydrogen and oxygen, the oxygen is released out. So water is very much necessary in this process. Third and the last event is reduction of CO2 into carbohydrate. Here carbon dioxide is completely reduced into carbohydrate. That already we have seen in the reaction. And carbohydrate is stored in the form of starch in plants. Now come to what is the importance of photosynthesis. First of all, it is the primary source of all food on the earth. Second, it is also responsible for the release of oxygen in the atmosphere. That is already clear by seeing the reaction of photosynthesis. Now, what are the raw materials for photosynthesis? These are light, carbon dioxide, chlorophyll and water. These are must to perform the process of photosynthesis. Now, the question is, where the photosynthesis process takes place? Actually, children, it takes place in the chloroplast, which is present in the mesophyll cell of the leaf. Now, just see this leaf. It is a leaf. This is the front portion, this is the back portion. This is also covered by epidermis. It is known as upper epidermis, and this is also covered by the epidermis, that is known as lower epidermis. So this part contain many cells, and these cells are known as mesophyll cells, and in mesophyll cells chloroplast is present. So this portion, complete portion. Now, structure of the chloroplast. Actually, structure of the chloroplast that consists of especially two parts, stroma and grana. Chloroplast is also double membranous structure. Means double membrane is found. We know that it is a type of green colored plastid which is present in plant cell. So, photosynthesis is possible only in plants. Here DNA and ribosome is also found. That is why it is known as semi-autonomous organelle. Now just see the parts of it. Stroma. It is proteinous matrix of chloroplast. Matrix, we know that any hollow part which contains certain fluid is known as stroma. Second part is thylakoid. Thylakoid means the membrane system of chloroplast called thylakoid. At some places, thylakoid get aggregated. Aggregated means together. It is placed one above another in the form of stacks called grana, and that contain chlorophyll. That is why photosynthesis also divides into two types of reaction, light reaction and dark reaction. Light reaction that takes place in grana or thylakoid, and dark reaction that takes place in stroma. So just see it, note down this important point. Membrane system or thylakoid is responsible for trapping of solar energy and synthesis of ATP and NADPH. Or stroma that contain enzymes which are responsible for reduction of CO2 into carbohydrate and formation of sugar. That means we can say light reaction takes place in grana, dark reaction takes place in stroma. And one more important point I am going to tell you, that we know that light is necessary for the process of photosynthesis. But That is why in grana it takes place. But stroma, that is not directly or dark, it is known as dark reaction because it is independent of light reaction. But then also it depends on the product of light reaction, that is ATP and NADPH. ATP is adenosine triphosphate, NADPH, that is nicotinamide adenine diphosphate. Note it down these in your copies. Now children, just a brief introduction of digestive system I am going to give you. That is, just see the digestive system whole diagram. It begins from mouth. This is the mouth. Then buccal cavity, here pharynx is there. Then this long tube, this is esophagus. Thereafter, J-shaped organ, this is stomach, present on left side in the abdominal cavity. This part is known as abdominal cavity after chest region. And liver is present on right side. This is the liver, plays a vital role. It is the largest gland also. Now, thereafter, stomach opens into a small intestine. This is the small intestine. Although it appears as the longer one, yes, it is the longest part, but it is less wider. And this outer one is the large intestine, which is more widest, but it is shorter, in other words. My dear children, the alimentary canal which begins from mouth to anus. Anus is the part from where waste material is released out, that you can see. It is about 8 to 10 meters in length. And this small intestine is having length of about 6 to 6.5 meters. Now you can imagine how longer it is, but less wider. So it is found in coiled form. You can see highly coiled because the digestion is complete. As digestion starts with mouth, it completes here only. So now we are going to discuss about, so once again, what are the organs? Mouth, thereafter pharynx, esophagus, this whole pie 15 to 20 centimeter, it is known as esophagus. There peristalsis movement is found. Peristalsis means rhythmic contraction and relaxation. First, likewise, contract, relax, contract, relax. Then stomach, thereafter small intestine, large intestine, and this is the gland, liver. Many more glands I will discuss in details, that is necessary. Now, just little bit about the organs only I am going to tell you. That now human digestive system, it is clear when the organs which perform the process of digestion in the human beings together constitute a digestive system only, because these are involved in the process of digestion. So that is why it is known as digestive system. Now, organs involved in the process of digestion. I have shown the diagram also. Now see mouth and buccal cavity. We know that mouth is a opening which is guarded by movable lips. Buccal cavity, that is inner side. Inner to these opening, that is known as buccal cavity. In it, teeth, tongue that are found. Second is pharynx. It is small funnel shaped structure located behind the oral cavity, means buccal cavity. After buccal cavity, whatever the part is found, that is known as pharynx. And it is common for both air and food also. Later on, esophagus emerges out. Means pharynx is the common one. Air also passes through this way and food is also passes through this way. Now esophagus, it is a long tube, muscular tube we can say, about 15 to 20 centimeter long, that extend posteriorly passing through the neck. Means in posterior region it is present and it passes through the neck. Thereafter, esophagus open into stomach. It is somewhat J-shaped, present on left side in the abdominal cavity, as I told you. But stomach is divided into three parts. First is fundus, That means in which esophagus open, that part is known as fundus. Cardiac, the middle part, where also the partial digestion of proteins takes place. Third part, the end part is pyloric. Through that pyloric, this part opens into a small intestine. Now see, a small intestine. It is the longest part of the alimentary canal, as I told you, 6 to 6.5 meters long. It also divides into three parts, that is duodenum, jejunum and ileum. Duodenum, that is U-shaped, widest and shortest part of the small intestine, and here only the pancreas, that is also an important gland or digestive gland, that is present here. Second part is jejunum. It is the middle part of small intestine, about 2.5 meter long and coiled also, very much coiled part. Here only digestion is completed, digestion of various substances. Now ileum. It is highly coiled and longest part of the. Now large intestine. Although it is shorter in length, as I told you, we called it as a large intestine because it is wider in diameter. It also divides into three parts: caecum, colon and rectum. Caecum, it is the pouch like structure connected to the terminal part of the small intestine, means where small intestine completed, caecum begins. It also contains vermiform appendix. Actually, vermiform appendix, that is this, we can show this diagram, vermiform appendix. If it is clear to you, vermiform appendix, this part. So vermiform appendix, actually it is a vestigial organ which were functional earlier, but now it is not functional because our forefathers, they were depend on the raw food material, uncooked food. So at that time vermiform appendix were functional, but now it is stopped functioning. That is why it is known as vestigial organ. Second part is colon. It is the longest part of the large intestine because here complete water, 90% of water is reabsorbed in the body. Third is rectum. It is the last part which store fecal matter. So children, I hope you understand about all these things. I will try to send you PDF link also. So easily you complete your notes, start preparing well and clear your doubts. Now in next video, I will discuss about the complete digestion in the human beings. So take care, stay safe.